Recapping our breaking news on the U.S. military action against Iran, 6 American servicemen parachuted to safety after the Kuwaitis accidentally shot down 3 American fighter jets in a case of friendly fire. Meanwhile, Israel says the Iranian-backed terror group Hezbollah is taking credit for firing missiles across the border from Lebanon. This morning, President Trump said the U.S. has sunk 10 Iranian Navy ships and taken out key command and control sites. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth is giving no timeline for how long Operation Epic Fury will last.
America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives.
Iran's supreme leader has been in power since 1989, and so now the question is, what's next?
Earlier this morning on Gadele, we spoke to Moj Madara, the founder of the Iranian Diaspora Collective, which advocates for democracy, human rights, and elevates Iranian voices worldwide.
We're hoping for is a successful decapitation of this regime such that we can have a democracy and a referendum, because I think we are looking forward to a day where we are not governed by a theocracy. I think this is a complicated concept that people cannot even imagine what it means to live in a country that is not just conservative. We're talking about an actual theocracy that has been run by a dictator that's run by a very, very, very dangerous ideology.
Moj, you live here in Los Angeles, we should point out, and the largest Iranian-American population lives right here in Los Angeles. We saw those rallies over the weekend. There seemed to be a lot of jubilation amongst the Iranian-American people, and yet Congress today, some will be questioning whether or not this truly was the right time to act and if all diplomatic efforts were exhausted at this point. What would you say to that?
Listen, I think the American government has extended every effort to the Iranian government to make a deal over the past 20-some-odd years. I mean, we've gave them hundreds of billions of dollars to the JCPOA, and they still continue to make nuclear bombs and fund Hezbollah and conduct October 7th. And so I think it's fair to say we have done everything we can. I think when you have a government that massacres its own people, we're talking about 35,000 people who are massacred in a 48-hour period by their own government, protesting for a change. This country is spun out of control. They bombed Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. I mean, this is not a good actor at this point. I know that it is extremely terrifying given the hangover from Iraq, from Libya, but this is not those situations. You have a very, very strong country, a big country. You have a very, very successful diaspora that's very invested in the outcome here. And you have a transitional leader in the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi who is prepared to lead from the outside and transition to the inside. And so I think at this point, what you're looking at is the teeny tiny minority left of this country. This is not who the Iranian people are. This footage does not do a good job of representing the Iranian people. The will of the Iranian people is change and democracy. They want normalization. And so at this point, you know, we saw millions of people come out in the diaspora to support the Crown Prince in this transition. We want to see a change. And as far as Congress goes, I've been a lifelong Democrat. I've supported Democrat in every election for the past, as far as I can remember. I hope this is a bipartisan issue. I think they need to recognize that their policies with the JCPOA, going back to Jimmy Carter, has not been in benefit of the American people. And do you want the Iranian resources, copper, zinc, uranium, gas, sitting in the hands of Russia and China? Because if they do not support the decapitation, they are saying yes to China, yes to Russia owning Iran.
It has certainly dominated headlines all around the world, and here in the local Iranian community, so many people have lost sleep. They're just glued to their TV, trying to be in contact with people back in Iran if they have friends and family. Just a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotions running high.
That's for sure.
We'll continue, of course, to cover this. It's a big story, and not just here locally, but again, all around the world.